Welcome to another stock analysis video performed by MajesticTrader.com, where active traders seek greater profits. So let's begin. We are looking at the daily chart of Omega Protein, symbol OME. And on this particular chart, we put a couple of technical analysis indicators, such as Fibonacci's and a few trend lines, which we'll go over here in a second. First of all, we have a longer-term Fib, and we have a short-term Fibonacci. The longer-term Fibonacci, very interesting, on how it indicated that when OME hit a high of 1493 back in early April. Earnings came after that. The stock dropped into a pretty good demand and support area to the 1035 level, and then it steadily has moved up. The RSI line has steadily moved up above 52. Now, one of the things that I like about this particular stock performance is that the stock price is rising in a weakened market. So based upon the trend of the stock price over the last year, it is creating this bullish pennant. And notice how price is squeezing into this particular triangle. One of the things that we want to look for here is it's had decent volume, pretty much been at average volume even though it's a fairly thinly traded stock. So one of the things that we're going to look for here is that even though this market is weakening, we want to see this push through the pennant here, the top of the pennant, with pretty good volume. Better than average volume. What we'd love to see is better than 1.5 times volume. So as soon as it breaks the top of the pennant line, we'd like to see that with volume, and we'd like to see it truly push through that 14 level. You got to get through that round number. So we'd be looking at 1440 as target 1. Maybe 1443 is target 2. If it truly gets through 1493, the $15 level, we almost have an ascending triangle forming here at that shelf line of around 15. And if it breaks 15 with volume, we could easily see about another 10 to 15% increase from there. Now, Omega Protein is in the agricultural market, specifically delivering and distributing fish meal and fish oil products in the United States. So, as you know, the agricultural trade has been pretty popular over the last year, and like I said, Omega Protein, the stock price has been pretty favorable in a weakened market. So if we get some lift to this market, I can only see the stock going higher. So there we go. That is our stock analysis on OME, Omega Protein. We're looking at the weekly chart of symbol SLV, which is the ETF for silver. There's a lot of interesting things on this chart, and if you've been following this ETF over the last, year, at least 6 months, you know that there's been a terrific run-up with the price of this stock, at least since QE started in actually it started in November, but it was announced that they were going to be doing this at the end of August and the beginning of September when the market went on a bull run. Since that time, at the end of April, when the market hit their high, SLV hit its high also, almost an all-time high in the last 30 years. When price pulled back, it pulled back to the $32 level and held. One of the nice things that I liked about this is that price bounced off of the 30-week moving average. Came up a little bit, and as the market weakened in the last few weeks, price pulled back. Last week, the markets were mixed to down. There was a lot of bearish pressure last week, especially with all the geopolitical and economic news going on. But last week had a nice bullish candlestick showing that there was bullish pressure in during this week to push the price up, even though it was a weakened market. One of the things that I'd like to see here is, even though it has an average true range of $1.05 a day, which is the price range that the stock will trade in, I'm looking at the price of this to go to 38 sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Portfolio managers at the end of the quarter typically like to push up the their funds as far as accumulation, putting a lot of money to work, going long positions, so on and so forth. So I would actually look to see SLV going up to the $38 level in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and maybe even pushing the $40 mark in the next month to month and a half before the end of July. But at least I'd be looking for a pop here to the $38 level as target 1 and $40 for target 2. As you could tell, the 10-week moving average here is now at $38, almost right on the nose. So that will come down a little bit as the price actually goes up. But I would look at that as resistance over the next couple of weeks as we try and hit that T1 of 38. Thank you for attending another MajesticTrader.com's stock chart analysis. Visit our website to request one of our newsletters. Go to our website at www.majestictrader.com. In the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address and your name, and we'll send you out a copy. Once you become a member, you'll have access to complete trade performance, all stock analysis videos, archived newsletters, and midweek alerts that are trading ideas. We'll send those out to you via email. Again, thank you for attending.